Great. And what was the worst advice you ever received? Like advice that you'd say to someone, please make sure you don't ever listen to that. If someone starts saying this, just walk away.
I feel like the worst advice is it gets better. It gets better. I have never understood what that means, because whenever someone telling you it gets better, you're in a very bad place. So is it gonna get better worse or better good? What? It gets better? I don't want this to get better. Like, I want this to end. What do you mean it gets better? Like, I just lost someone. You are like, oh, it gets better. What? No, it doesn't. I feel like that's a very dismissive thing to tell someone. I've always felt it's very, it lacks in empathy, because you're just saying that to like make the moment we're in not as significant to the future and stuff. But if we're living in the moment, like, let's just sit with that bad feeling, emotion, thought, and take the power off of it, because like that's what happens when we let things stew. It's just that we allow them to just keep bulging, and then when it's time to take care of them, it's just a volcanic eruption. So yeah, I'd rather just you keep quiet and just hear me rant and vent, and don't say your thing, because silence is also very powerful. So don't ever tell me it gets better.
Yeah.
That's just yeah.
No, I hear you. And this idea of allowing things to fester, to allow things to just continue being, doesn't help in whether if it is healing that you need, whatever it is that you need from that.
There's a cool thing I learned from girls. Girls address stuff. Like, my female friends my age, I really like them because if something is uncomfortable, they don't care if they're going to disrupt the entire event. Like, it has to be addressed. And it's a thing I feel like African masculinity struggles with, being seen and heard. Because girls, damn, like, they will sit down, hear each other out, and I mean, they might not even come up with a solution. Truth be said, it's just going to be on a sob session. But that burden, that thing that because when something has been kept inside, there's a weight. And that's what girls are so good at, letting go. Like, let's just say it. And it's like, that's pretty dope, because I mean, you see how this baggage has done so much damage to African men, especially. And this continent is a crisis. Like, men are a dying breed, and just not any African men are. They need to. I don't know. There's a thing we lost about ourselves, and the entire continent is suffering because we, are not taking up our responsibility to just, set things right. Yeah. So you guys let that shit go. Just let it go. All of it. Just. I'm learning. I'm not saying that I'm now. Oh.
Because I was going to say, what are the practical ways in which you let things go? In case some African men out there is watching this, they're like, okay, so
get you a bottle of wine, watch a bad show, girls just do a bunch of stuff, man. Like, it's you know what you do. I'm not gonna be here being the spokesman.
No, I'm not asking you to be spokesperson, but yeah.
Spokesperson, exactly. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. This is the world we live in. PC. It's just spokesperson. Yeah.
Yeah. And what has been the best advice you've ever received?
Wow. When I saw those questions, that was the only question that I could not straight away come up with an answer for. But good question. I think stay dangerous. is it. Like the best advice I've ever been given is stay dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
And that, of course it's deeper. It's just not that. Come on.
Yes.
It's let me break it down.
Yes, please break it down.
Just staying dangerous means that you always have to be the thing that everything else goes around. Like a lion is dangerous because when it's walking in the jungle, all other animals are literally giving it away. So it stays dangerous, and it's also mean that the lion is just this very like mean animal that doesn't like community and you know chilling with other animals. It's just that for as long as it's survival, you have to stay dangerous. And that I feel that for me, the point of life is to get to a point where I am not surviving anymore and I'm just living and thriving. So, but before I get there, I have to earn it. I have to be, like it's not for the weak. God helps those who help themselves. So you have to stay dangerous as long as you're in the battlefield. As long as you are in the thick of it, you have no time to wallow. You have no time to because dangerous things do not feel bad for themselves. They don't have time to think about what they're doing wrong and stuff. It's all about the next second you finding air. And it's a very like I don't know, it's a very like I don't know, soldier mentality and stuff, but especially being an actor, I've learned that staying dangerous means I polish up on my enunciation and my eloquence. I'm working on my body. I'm constantly fit. Reading, watching. I'm watching constructive material. I am involved with fellow creatives and peers, and I'm aware of my environment because that awareness makes me dangerous, and I have to stay dangerous. So yeah, for as long as you're surviving, stay dangerous. That was from a rap song, and yeah.
Was the artist? Was the artist?
No, it's actually not the artist who said it. It's a skit. You know how artists have a skit? So there's a person at the end of the song offering them advice about staying dangerous. I forget that song, but I was really young. So like I think I was 9 because I've never forgotten about it because I was always like, why would someone tell someone else to be dangerous? As a kid, I didn't understand it, but
because
you grow up a bit.
Because as a kid you're told to stay away from dangerous things and
yeah.
dangerous people.
Yeah, you are. So yeah. That I think it's not the best advice, but it's advice I've carried for the longest. I've carried it for the longest time, and it's always just somewhere stewing, waiting to knock some sense into me.
I like that. Yeah. Like stay dangerous. It's a very good motto, actually.
It is. Yeah, it's gotten me this far, so I must be doing something right.
You just be saying to people, you must know I am dangerous. Don't come to me expecting to have.
There's a meme. There's a meme on toxic masculinity where a guy's girlfriend texts him and be like, "Babe, get home safe. It's really dark and it's late." And the guy texts back, "The thugs should be afraid of me. I am the danger." This is very toxic masculinity. That's how guys be out here.
Yeah, it's yeah, but it's a good it's good advice, I think, for anyone. Just be on that tip. Just be on that tip where people are just like, no.
Just yeah.
There's no tip from that place.
You gotta look out for yourself, man.
Yeah. What are the 2 things that you love?
Yeah. One of them is weed, marijuana's. I really love what it does. In terms of, I am quote unquote. I get bored easily, and life at times for me is boring. This is very personal. So like, I get bored by life, so it makes it a bit more bearable. I don't know. And then I have friends of mine who are like high on life, and I admire that too. But yeah, I'd rather smoke my way into that. So the first one is weed, and then the second one is definitely I was telling you that I don't know how to separate these two. So film and music, yeah, I'd have to say film and music are two. I don't even understand what those two things are, but they're just these forces and entities that, yeah, they. I feel like that is just humanity at its most brilliant. If brilliantest can exist as a word, yeah, we as humans, film and music, we were in our bag. We were definitely in our bag. Yeah, yeah.
Great, great. And what are the two things that you hate?
Whoa.
Because hate
I don't
is
want to be one
such
of
a
those
terrible
pretentious.
word, right?
Yeah, I don't want to be one of those pretentious people who's like, I don't hate stuff. Because I mean, if love exists, then there's definitely gonna be some hate there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the biggest thing I have a problem with is our politics. I really hate our politics. Just I feel like this is a thing that cuts across many African nations. The state of our leadership is just very deplorable, and it's near comical, and it's not a good joke. It's a very bad joke. Um, I'd say, yeah, African leadership is really up the top of things I don't have a fiber or affection towards, and then rats.
It reminds me of this meme I saw, I think about a day ago, where it said disaster is when politics is more profitable than industry. So I felt like that was it was quite
It's yeah, it could be
it captured
spoke.
everything of what you're
Yeah,
saying, really.
yeah, because I mean, in our country, for instance, politicians are more popular than artists or entertainers.
Mm-hmm.
Like as a musician, you have to go to a political rally
Mm-hmm.
to, you know, kiss ass and suck up to these politicians, write one or two songs about them. Then that's how you're gonna grow. It happens,
Mm-hmm.
during campaign period. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, this is just sad. Because even our news, they're the superstars. Like, you know how other countries, controversy is happening with musicians and artists and all these other things. For us, it's politicians. Like, such and such was caught here doing this. Such and such's nudes were just public. I'm like, what? These are our leaders. So
Mm-hmm.
that really like irks me. And the second thing was rats. Like, I can't stand rats. Do not like rats. Yeah, I hate rats. They are they know something, and they're just so dangerous. The fact that a rat can like I wish this was fun. I wish this
I
was funny, man.
literally think I can write a script of this
Yeah.
conversation because it's only the thing about rats, them knowing something and them being dangerous.
Rats can fit in a hole. I don't know how many times tinier
Mm.
than them. Like there is
Mm-hmm.
a desperation of rats to live that I
Mm-hmm.
don't like. Yeah. And then when they're huge,
Mm-hmm.
you seen those rats that scare cats?
Mm-hmm.
Cats.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cats are the most dangerous pets that ever existed. And some rats scare them.
Mm-hmm.
It's,
Mm-hmm.
it's just very
Mm-hmm.
suspicious animals. Yeah. I don't like them at all.
All right. And well, to round us off, what advice would you give to an aspiring actor who's living in this time?
Well, I am so not one for giving advice because, yeah, I don't believe that there's a formula for life or whatever we're doing. Like, I don't believe that. My experiences, you know, warrant me to go around telling people. I mean, that's not the point of advice, though, but to keep it light, because I'm not trying to be this dude with answers, because I'm still very much looking for them. Maybe check in with me when I'm 45, 47 over there. I'll have advice. But for now, the best thing I can tell any other actor, stay dangerous. If you have watched this entire interview, just stay dangerous. Stay dangerous, my G's. Especially if you're in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have to really be stubborn,
Mm-hmm.
very hard-headed, and very thick-skinned. Because the work that we've been called to do is a lot of work that needs to be done here. And we cannot let our egos get in the way, and we cannot let gratification and validation not being present be the reason that deterred us from, our call to action. So yeah, just it's bigger. It's bigger than us. It's bigger than us. Just move with the mentality of it's not about you. I mean, you're vital and important, and it can't happen without you, but it's not about you. We're doing this thing for the kids. It's for the kids, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're over there nodding, and I'm like, I'm done being deep, Zaza. What more? we can go deep.
And I'm busy. Yeah. Yeah.
Stop nodding.
I'm listening. Yes, say some more. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll ask the next question so that I can save you from this having to.
Please.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Great. So, is anything that is in the works that people can watch out for that you are working on currently?
Yeah, a bunch actually. I don't know if anyone is really interested. They could go to my Instagram, Morris the Actor No Spaces. I have a Linktree account, a Linktree link on my bio. So I usually post all my work there. It has all the work I've done so far, like screen work and everything. Stage wise, it has to be in the country, but yeah, there's a lot of stuff that is in post production. Some of it is just finishing post production, and then it's gonna be out. So yeah, again, this is Kenya, man. So don't follow me expecting work every month. Like I work when I can. When I get it, I'll work. So yeah, but there are people who stick around. There are people who just stick around and keep asking, and I'm like, wow, you're eager. You're even more eager than I am. But yeah, for now, it's that link will get you everything that I have done.
Okay. Great. Yeah. Great. Thank you so much for taking this time to have this conversation with me. I had so much fun. Yeah, we're done.
Oh damn! Wow. Yeah, this was an amazing laugh session. I feel like most of what you're going to be cutting out is the laughter. It's like, wow. Like we made our own laugh track. I am you, my basa. I am you, my basa. Ati no bata suanesua.